Trent Hidlay is losing the match, 10 to 2 points. With only 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in the match, it's a miracle that Hidlay has even made it this far in his wrestling career. But he's about to complete one of the greatest comebacks in World Championship history. And this is something that Trent has been chasing for so long. Not only the title as a world champion at the highest level in the sport, but also chasing something else. With that something else being finally getting the job done. Not being so close to his goals just for them to slip away. But for you to truly understand all the obstacles and the challenges that he faced, we have to go way back to the beginning of this story.
It's left! Hidlay's gonna do it! The unthinkable! He was down!
Trent started wrestling at the young age of 5 years old. This necessarily wasn't by choice, but by human nature, as he looked up to his older brother Hayden, who already started wrestling 2 years before he did.
When I was 5 years old, Hayden, older brother, by 2 years, he started.
So he would just follow in his older brother's footsteps. So this would lead Trent to start his own journey in the sport. However, Trent had no real passion for the sport. Trent was even quoted by saying that he had no real passion for the sport, and by the 7th and 8th grade, he no longer wanted to deal with everything that came with the sport. On top of all of this, he didn't want to be in his brother's shadow any longer, as Hayden was already one of the top wrestlers in the toughest state of PA and a top recruit in his graduating class. Trent wanted to just focus on football and baseball, the sports he actually enjoyed playing. But then something changed. His whole outlook on the sport changed. Hayden noticed that Trent was falling out of love with the sport, so he would send him a text, a heartfelt message explaining how those two could be the best set of brothers to ever come out of this state. This text single-handedly changed Trent's whole outlook, and he became inspired. He would then stop playing football and baseball so he could just solely focus on wrestling. Instead of being jealous of his brother's success, he would start to create a name for himself. By the time he attended high school, he would become one of the best wrestlers in the country, winning 2 state titles, going on an 81 match win streak where he didn't give up a takedown during this stint. This regular season success would include 2 power rate titles and having one of the iconic moments at the 2017 Who's Number 1 showdown, where he would eat a hoagie after beating blood round GOAT Julian Ramirez of Florida. Trent wasn't just having success in the high school regular season, he would also be putting the whole world on notice. This was done by winning some of the toughest out-of-season tournaments such as Flow Nationals before they started making it weird with Freestyle and Greco. Along with this, he would also be a 3-time Super 32 All-American, but it was a tournament up in North Dakota where the wrestling world got to see 2 important things about Trent Hidlay. One being that he was really damn good, and the second being the finals matchup would be a foreshadowing of his career moving forward. Hidlay would outscore his opponent 66-0, not even a step out point on his way to the finals. But this is where the foreshadowing comes into play. He would have Aaron Brooks in the Fargo finals. This would not go his way at all, as Aaron Brooks would literally dog walk him, throwing him beat to back 3 different times, and he would get tech fall 13-3. After this match, you could tell that Trent was shook after outscoring the best that Fargo had to offer 66-0, then getting tossed around literally. I'm sure Hidlay had to have a long look at himself in the mirror and ask, what the hell just happened? Since Trent was a top recruit, he could pretty much go to any college that he wanted to. Every college but Penn State, because they already had their guy for the future, and it was the same guy who just dog walked him in the Fargo finals. But I don't think Trent was headed that way anyways. This is because his older brother Hayden was already at NC State making a name for himself on the college scene. He would be undefeated as a freshman going into the NCAA finals, where he would have Penn State's Jason Knopf, and that would be his only loss his freshman year. So it just made sense for Trent to follow his brother. Hell, the only reason that he was still wrestling in the first place was because of his brother. And that is exactly what he would do. He would commit to North Carolina State and follow the person who gave him inspiration to get the passion back for this hard sport. And oh man, did NC State hit a home run with Trent and Hayden. They would be a 2-headed monster. Trent would jump into the college scene head first, going 24-2 in his redshirt season, only losing to 2 All-Americans. This would not slow down for his first year starting for the program either, as he would go 23-4 and be seeded 5th for the 2020 NCAA tournament. As we all know, this tournament didn't happen due to the pandemic. However, this year, Trent showed so much potential for NC State, as he would already have a win over Taylor Lujan, who was the #1 seed of that year at UNI. Coming into the 2021 season, 184 had cleared out of all of the top guys, such as Taylor Lujan, Zahid Valencia, leaving the young superstars to step up to the plate. This would be no problem for Trent, as he would win an ACC title. This was done by beating Devin Kane of North Carolina and #1 ranked at the time, Hunter Bolin of Virginia Tech. This would lead him to having the #2 seed at the 2021 NCAA tournament. Taylor would find himself in the finals, 1 match away from his first NCAA title. And in the finals, who would he have? Of course, Aaron Brooks. This matchup will be a good old-fashioned scrap to the death as Brooks will get a reversal in a stall call late in the third period to get the 3-2 win. With Trent being so close to getting a takedown at the end of the match, there will be a challenge by NC State, but there will be no points awarded. Ending his first NCAA tournament as a runner-up. For the 2024 season, Trent would pick up right where he left off last season. He would walk into the NCAA tournament with a record of 17-0 and ACC championship, but he would get the third seed. Who got the first two seeds? Miles Amin and Aaron Brooks, but they both lost to each other. So this makes no sense to me. Miles Amin beat Aaron Brooks at the Big Ten tournament, but Aaron Brooks beat Miles Amin at the dual meet, but they both still lost. So therefore Trent should have got the 1 seed. Trent was literally 9-0 versus ranked opponents and won 15 of his 17 matches by bonus points. So therefore, Brooks and Amin should have gotten the 2nd and the 3rd seed, but instead, Hidlay had to face Aaron Brooks in the semifinals, and this match would be similar to the 2021 finals as both wrestlers would be in a dogfight. Aaron Brooks would come out with the victory as he would score the winning takedown in overtime. Trent would go on to place 5th at the 2022 NCAA tournament as Brooks would go on to win his 2nd NCAA title with Hidlay just on the sidelines watching. For the 2023 NCAA season, Trent would be his normal dominant self, winning a loaded Las Vegas Invitational title, beating future national champion Parker Kincaid of UNI in the finals. He would win another ACC championship, his 3rd straight one, and he came into the NCAA tournament with only 1 loss in the 2nd seed. So surely Aaron Brooks got the 1st seed, right? Hell no. The same guy he just beat at the Las Vegas Invitational, Parker Kincaid, would be the 1 seed with Brooks having the 3rd seed. So how the hell did this happen? Well, Aaron Brooks would lose to Marcus Coleman of Iowa State, then Marcus Coleman would lose to Parker Kincaid of UNI. So therefore, he could not get the 1 seed because they had a common opponent. And Parker would pin Trent Hidlay at the UNI versus NC State duel 15 days after beating him at the Las Vegas Invitational. So once again, he would have Aaron Brooks in the semifinals, with Aaron Brooks winning yet again, stopping Trent from becoming an NCAA champion for the 3rd straight year, and Aaron Brooks would go on to beat Parker Kincaid and win his 3rd NCAA title.
I think there's better competition at that weight with Brooks going up, and he's been, the one guy I haven't been able to beat in college the past 3 years. So
for Trent's senior year, he would move up to 197 pounds. So great, right? He finally gets away from the guy who's beaten him at the last 3 NCAA championships, right? Hell no, the complete opposite. So everyone knew that Aaron Brooks would be moving up to 197 pounds. So Trent said, nah, I'm not ducking no smoke, no fades. And he would chase him up to 197 pounds. For any athlete, you have to respect this from Trent. He wanted to not only beat Aaron Brooks, but stop his quest for lucky number 4. And he would set out by beating the hell out of everyone. This would be the best year by Trent from start to finish. By this time, everyone knows the game plan for Trent, with the game plan being make every match into a brawl. He would have a relentless pace paired with one of the best underhook series in all of wrestling to date. In 2024, no one had an answer to stop this game plan. Hidlay would beat ass this season, winning 28 matches and 23 of those matches coming by bonus point. Not only did he just beat everyone in college, he would also try his luck on the freestyle scene. This was done by winning the Bill Farrell tournament by beating a world silver medalist Taylor Lujan and a 3-time NCAA champion in Alex Derringer. He would make it all the way to the NCAA finals versus the same man who took every national champion away from him, even the Fargo title. I would also put that it was pretty safe to assume that Trent didn't like Aaron Brooks or really didn't care for him, as he's been beating his ass for years and stopping Trent from reaching majority of his goals. So if Trent could pull this win off, every loss in the past would be worth it. And stopping Brooks from not being a 4-time NCAA champion would just be the cherry on top. So for the last finals match of the 2024 NCAA tournament, it would be Trent Hidlay versus Aaron Brooks for the main event. But nothing would be different. Just like the last 4 matchup, Aaron Brooks would control all aspects of this match from start to finish, leaving Trent with a bittersweet ending to his college career, as he had an amazing career, but he could just never crack the code of Aaron Brooks, not even once, as he was just simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I'll explain more on that later. So being done with college, Trent will be off to freestyle for full time, and Trent just so happened to graduate college around the year 2024 with the Olympic Games on the horizons. So he had to shake off this NCAA finals loss whether he liked it or not if he wanted to make the US Olympic team, as 86 kilograms was loaded from top to bottom with some of the best wrestlers that the world had to offer. Zahid Valencia, Carter Sarachi, Chance Marceller, Mark Hall, Aaron Brooks, and the final boss, #1 pound for pound David Taylor. For his first Olympic team trials, Hidlay would get 3rd place, as many thought this was a great tournament, only losing to Zahid Valencia in a great match. But it's what happened next, I'm sure, that left a sour taste in Trent's mouth, as Aaron Brooks would beat David Taylor in 2 straight matches. Then he would follow this up by getting 3rd at his first Olympic Games, leaving Trent on the sidelines watching yet again another Aaron Brooks masterclass performance. After not making the 2024 Olympic team, Trent would turn his focus onto making his first senior world team, but this time at 92 kilograms, which would be less of a weight cut, and this would have an impact on his wrestling as he would run through the US Open, making it to the finals versus Aiden Sinclair, a standout freshman from Missouri. But you have to remember, this is the year 2025, with the youth out here beating ass for real. Go ask Dayton Fix, Yanni Diakomahalis, Vito Arujao. However, Trent would pass this test with flying colors, beating Sinclair 7-1, making it to the best of 3 series at final leg. Waiting to see who he would be competing against, a familiar coaching staff will be coaching the wrestler he'd be facing, with that athlete being Penn State's Josh Barr. Barr will be coming off a great freshman season, as he was just an NCAA runner-up and beat the same Aiden Sinclair to make it the final X. With another youth test in front of Trent, he would pass this as well, beating Josh Barr in 2 straight matches, then popping it on Josh Barr after making the senior world team. However, the good times would just be getting started for Mr. Hidlay. He would roll into the 2025 World Championships on demon time, getting a tech fall in the first round and a tech fall in the second, followed by a 6-1 dominating match. In the semifinals, he would get another tech fall, making it to the 2025 World Finals with no Aaron Brooks in sight to steal this moment from him. Wait a second. What's different now? Wait, where's Aaron Brooks? Where's he been the whole time? From the US Open, from the World Team Trials? Is Zahid Valencia won a world title at 86 kilograms? Where the hell is Mr. Aaron Brooks? Well, while Trent Hidlay was making a world team, Aaron Brooks was dying. No, literally dying. He would not compete for the most part of 2025 freestyle season, having double pneumonia. But things would go from bad to worse for Brooks, as in June he would get hit with a ban that could have him away from competing for 3 years. DHEA was a supplement that was found in his body, while Brooks states that he was only taking this supplement to help him recover from the double pneumonia that he suffered. But the funny thing about all of this, the funny thing about Trent Hidlay in the World Finals is Aaron Brooks was actually headed up to 92 kilograms, so he could have stopped all of this for Trent. But I don't deal into what if, so back to the World Final. In the World Finals, Trent wouldn't have the same success as he did earlier in the tournament. It would actually be the complete opposite, as he would be down 10 points to 2 after this big 4-pointer. Which brings us to the start of this video. Trent was set up in his chair and then started to bang it out in the World Finals, as he would claw his way back, getting down and dirty to score 11 unanswered points to win his first senior world title. After years of heartbreaks on some of the biggest stages the sport has to offer, after terrible seeding from the NCAA, after wanting to quit the sport in the 8th grade, one simple text from his older brother, his first role model. Now Trent Hidlay is a senior world champion forever. So what's next for Mr. Trent? Now that he got the monkey off his back with winning his first senior world title, what's next? I want to go back to a statement I said earlier, that Trent was just simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. What I meant by this is, Aaron Brooks is a once-in-a-generational wrestler. His greatness will be more apparent whenever he leaves his shoes on the mat. From winning 4 NCAA titles to sending David Taylor into retirement and setting off one of the biggest domino effects in wrestling history, Aaron Brooks is truly one of a kind. And if Trent was in a different era, he would have multiple NCAA titles. Every single NCAA tournament he competed in, Aaron Brooks was there to beat his ass and send him to the backside or make him become a runner-up. Look at it like this: Michael Jordan stopped so many great NBA players from becoming an NBA champion due to his greatness. The same can be said for Jason Knopf never making an Olympic or a world team, because he happened to be wrestling in the era of Cal Dake and Jordan Burroughs. Now Trent is finally in the right place at the right time. With Aaron Brooks on the sidelines at least until the 2028 Olympics, he has the opportunity that few have to show how great he truly is. until Brooks gets back. Then it might be back to the normal routine, but who knows? Until next time.
Can't believe it! He can't believe it!